Welcome as members to our annual awards event. This is the third time we have held these awards. The first time covering the period 2020-21, the second time covering the period 22-23, and this year for the first time covering just a single year, 2024. Each year, the number and the variety of our activities and achievements is increasing, and we seek to recognize everyone on their EASE journey, whether it is a new member just beginning, a member who is actively engaged, or someone stepping into a leadership role. This journey helps to build the skills, knowledge, and enthusiasm we need in the future leaders of EASE, those in council, on our journal's editorial board, in our regional chapter program, and in our special interest groups and topic groups. As a professional association, our role is to support our members as they progress through their career in EASE and foster a strong and resilient community to serve future generations who will follow in our footsteps. Our awards today recognize and reward our range of people from across our community. I should note at this point that members of our council and those on our editorial board were not included in the nominations. Shortly, Ksenija Baždarić, Editor-in-Chief of our Diamond Open Access Journal, European Science Editing, will present the awards related to the journal. Best Original Research Paper or Review Paper as voted by EASE Editorial Advisory Board. Best Viewpoint or Correspondence as voted by EASE Editorial Advisory Board. Best EASE Peer Reviewer awarded by the EASE Editorial Board. Best Original Research Paper or Review Paper as voted by you, our members. Following that, members of the awards committee will present the awards in the following categories. Best EASE Initiative for a project or development from across EASE which has made a big impact on our community in 2024. Community Contributor awarded to a member who has been especially active in participating in our contributing to a wide range of EASE community activities in the year 2024. Rising Star awarded to a member who has joined in the award period and quickly become involved in contributing to community initiatives in EASE. Finally, we will conclude with our PAU Award, named after the place where our very first conference was held in 1982, 42 years ago. This award is given by the EASE Council to recognize one member for their outstanding contributions and dedication to the success of EASE over many years. Who will join our elite group of PAU Award holders today? Now I would like to invite Ksenija Baždarić to present you the EASE Awards. Please, Ksenija.
Thank you, Cem. Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Ksenija Baždarić, as our president already said, and I'm the editor-in-chief of the European Science Editing Journal, and I come from the University of Rijeka, Croatia. So today I have the honor to present the winners of 4 awards. So we had 4 categories, as Cem already stated, and the first categories are the best original and or review papers. In this category, we have 2 awards. One is voted by the members and one is voted by the editorial advisory board. So there were 9 papers in total. excluding those written by council member, editorial board members of advisory board members. The first nominated paper was Reporting and Presentation of Statistical Analysis, Instructions for Authors of Health Sciences Journals based in South Africa, written by Gina Jo Bird. Next slide, please. Second one was a review article, List of Predatory Journals and Publishers, a review for future refinement, written by Fahmi Kakamat et al. The next was a bibliometric analysis of publication trends in Indonesian research institutions, a comparison of pre-integration and post-integration periods, written by Handoyo et al. The next was original article, Care Guidelines in Publishing Case Reports in Pediatrics, Where Do We Stand After 10 Years, written by Silvia Šegulja et al. The next was a review article, a journal Veracity Diligence Index, written by Bor Luen Tang. And the last nominated paper was an original article, Publishers and Production of Academic Books in Mexico from 2013 to 2019, written by Esteban Giraldo González and et al. And the winner of the best original research paper or review paper as voted by members is Care Guidelines in Publishing Case Reports in Pediatrics, Where Do We Stand After 10 Years, written by Silvia Šegulja, Gordana Starčević-Klasan, Anja Šegulja-Perić, Mirela Vučković, Iva Sorta-Bilajac-Turina. And I think our winners are here today. So I invite Professor Silvia Šegulja to say a few words.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Well, I'll be very brief. On my behalf and on behalf of my co-authors, I want to thank you for this honor and this award. And this will truly inspire us to be better and be more productive for sure. And this award really goes to my team. Thank you once again.
Thank you, Silvia. And the next award is the best original research paper or review paper as voted by the editorial advisory board. And the winner is
Hello, are you waiting?
Hello, I have to read the winner. Reporting and Presentation of Statistical Analysis. Instruction for Authors of Health Sciences Journals based in South Africa by Gina Jo Bird. So, this paper was selected for its robust methods to raise awareness of the foundational issue of statistical analysis. The paper highlights guidance and requirements that are lacking and details what should be presented to improve the quality of submissions, making the process easier and more detailed for authors, reviewers, and editors. An especially important topic, as errors in statistical analysis are a common cause of ethical investigations and retractions, which clear instructions on these matters take steps towards addressing. My congratulations.
May I say a few words? Can you hear me?
Of course, Gina, you are more than welcome to express yourself.
Thank you very much. I'm a retired biostatistician, but I'm still working on my own research projects which relate to various aspects of the publication process. And I find it really difficult to find journals that are a good fit for the sort of research that I do. So it was a wonderful find to come across your journal. I also found the whole review process and the way in which you, as editor, guided me through the manuscript finalization quite exceptional. So I would like to say thank you very much for giving such a good home to my manuscript, and thank you very much for this very unexpected award.
Thank you very much for your kind words. We are also feeling inspired when we have such a good feedback from our authors. Thank you, Gina. So our next two awards, first is given to the best viewpoints or correspondence article, and the last award is for the best reviewer. In the last year, we had 13 viewpoints and correspondences, and the winner in this category is Philippe Bavet, and his article was Possible Editorial Responses to the Proliferation of Problematic Meta-Analysis and Research Synthesis. So this paper was selected as it addresses a growing problem jeopardizing the clarity, reliability, and overall integrity of current and future scientific literature. As the volume of unreliable AI-generated and human-written texts and data increases, diluting the literature with errorful details, the care and quality of methods to selected papers incorporated into systematic reviews and the transparency with which this is reported becomes increasingly important. Philippe, the floor is yours.
Oh, thank you very much. I would like to second Gina's comments about the quality of the journal. I really appreciated the submission process, the reviews and everything, and the work that you did on my paper. Hopefully, publication of this viewpoint in the journal will raise the visibility of this problem. There are tens of thousands of meta-analyses that are published every year, and many of them are of very doubtful quality. And I think that's a really serious problem. It has two components. One is it's not even clear that meta-analyses are possible because we tend to publish only positive results. And the other problem is that we keep citing meta-analyses that have been published in the past that shouldn't be cited anymore. And so we editors probably need a little help in order to screen out what can and cannot be cited. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you. So our last award is for the best peer reviewer awarded by the editorial board. And last year, according to the editorial board, the best reviewer is Amy Slowgrove. And this award honors the work of reviewers. And Amy was selected because of her detailed and constructive comments which improved the quality and overall presentation of the manuscript she reviewed, and the manuscript that was recognized as the best paper by our members. So we congratulate Amy on this well-earned reward and sincerely thank all of our reviewers for their crucial work.
Ksenia, I'm afraid Amy isn't with us today. So
yes, I just wanted to say that I'm sorry that she is not present, but we will give her the award separately. And so I will now this part of the awards for the papers is over, and I will now hand over to Haseeb for the Best Initiative Award. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, thank you very much for the Best Ease Initiative. Ease, which has made a big impact on our community over the last 1 year or so. I'm Haseeb Irfanullah. I'm a member of Ease Council and co-chair of Environment and Sustainability Committee of Ease. I'm based in Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm an independent consultant. I work in the areas of environment, climate change, and research system. Altogether, we have 6 nominees. The first nominee is Ease Peer Review Card Exchange Game. This particular initiative is a reinvention of an existing resource from the Ease archive. The existing text in the deck were updated, and a whole new section of cards were added to address AI issues in reviewing. Cards are redesigned in the new Ease library with additional quick reference instructions, and also produced in a deck of high-quality size playing cards. The card game was locally Marusik. The 2024 edition was updated and designed by Duncan, Nicholas, and the Ease Peer Review Committee. The second nominee is Writing Your Research Paper, Tips for the Ease Editors, including AJE and the Ease webinar, Structuring Your Manuscript, Tips from an Editor. So this particular initiative is a thoroughly revised and re-emerging edition of the flagship Ease resource, which is called Ease Guidelines for Authors and Translators of Scientific Articles to be published in English. The core text of these original guidelines served as the basis of the new document, which is now expanded with more contemporary authoring techniques, resources, and practical advice for authors, which addresses a wide range of publishing formats and considerations. All of these are presented in a more accessible, easy to read, and reference style. To launch the new publication, Ease and AGE held a joint webinar on the 18th July 2024 called Structuring Your Manuscript, Tips from an Editor, which was presented by Shalini Garg, Editor-in-Chief at Lancet Regional Health, Southeast Asia. Writing Your Research Paper, this document was created in collaboration between Ease, American Journal experts, and Research Square by Joanne Marsh, Duncan Nicholas, Ksenija Baždarić, Zadranka Stoyanovsky, Eva Grabarik, Antonovsky, Yatindra Joshi, Gareth Dyke, and Shalini Garg. Now the third nominee. Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Survey. This survey was sent to Ease members and distributed around the globe publishing community in January 2024. It contained questions about workplace characteristics and participations of EDI. The results were disseminated in a free webinar on 19th March, which entitled Equity, Diversity and Inclusion Survey Results and Next Steps. And the committee are currently preparing a paper for publication in European Science Editing to be published in 2025. Authors Shelley Pranick, Anna Heredia, Cheriklia, Zanako, Pavel Ovsenko, Kate Wilson, Dan Samuel, Christina Cassiteridi. The whole DEI committee chaired by Anna Heredia were involved in this project. Anna also hosted the webinar, which featured presentations from committee members like Kate Wilson, Amy Basil, and Charola Zanako. The next one is Peer Review Toolkit, New Guidelines. The Peer Review Committee of Ease continued their exemplary activities, engaging the Ease membership and global audiences with calls to action, forum posts, new guidance materials, and also pages to the Peer Review Toolkit, along with webinar and event appearances. canvassing members and those in the wider community to choose from a list of 12 suggested topics which the committee should prioritize as they develop new resources for the peer review toolkit in 2024. Organizing a panel discussion in May, which titled "Is Panel Discussion Assisting Peer Review with Technology and Large Language Models?" And the other activity was publishing 2 new guidelines, recommendations on the use of AI in scholarly communication and how to assess peer review quality. The peer review committee is chaired by Mariko Maliski, with Serge Horbach, Bahar Mehmani, and Jadranka Stoyanovsky. Now, the next one is contact and membership document development. The EASE Secretariat, supported by Ali Sahin and his team at Turkish publishing house Eves, and the membership committee led by Roohi Ghosh of Cactus Communication, have undertaken several initiatives to increase our contacts and membership numbers and encourage greater level of engagement with both groups. And the last nominee is Open Science Education, a handbook for lecturers and researchers. Several members of EASE Vietnam produced the first handbook written in Vietnamese for Vietnamese lecturers and researchers on open practices in education and academic publishing. This handbook presents detailed guidelines and examples on topics such as licensing rights, attribution, citation, open resources, and open science open access options. The authors explain some important legal issues, such as the various Creative Commons license and the best practices in academia. The authors are Nguyen Linh, Wu Nguyen, Huang Du Due, Han Thi Tan Thao, Pham Hiep, Hanoi National University Publishing House, and Quang Van Books. Now I'm going to declare the winners. And we have joint winners this time around with same number of members vote. And they are, as you can see, Writing Your Research Paper, Tips from EASE Editors, and the Peer Review Toolkits, New Guidelines. I congratulate both the team for making this final position.
We maybe ask Duncan to speak first, Haseeb.
Sure. Duncan, would you please share your
Yeah,
thoughts?
sure.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. Thank you to all the members for voting for this initiative. All the initiatives, all the nominees we had for this were fantastic. I think this year, as Cem said in his introduction, this is the first year that we've done the awards just for the 1 year, and to highlight all the excellent work that members of EASE have been doing within a single year. And the nominees for this are an excellent example of why we've made it 1 year, because we've been doing so much great activities, and this is just one example, but a really excellent example of huge collaborative effort across the association from lots of our members, between other organizations, working with AJE. It's a really kind of exemplary piece of work that we have. But I would also like to give special mention, of course, to Sylwia Gufnalska, who was responsible for over a decade of work in creating and updating the original version that this is based on. And it has been a flagship EASE resource for the world, one of the most accessed resources that we've ever produced. And I hope this can follow in its footsteps. So thank you to everyone for voting for this. I'm glad that it has been so useful on behalf of all of the team that contributed to it. Yeah, thank you. And
Shalini is here, Duncan. Shalini is here, Duncan. So let's have Shalini say a few words about the webinar.
Okay, yeah. Shalini?
Hi, Mary. Thanks.
Hi.
Thank you so much. I think Duncan has covered it all. And thanks to you and Duncan and John and the I just wanted to say that I think Duncan has covered it all. And thank you to you, Mary. Thank you to Joan. Thank you to Duncan and all the team members who made this webinar a great success. It was a great opportunity for me to connect with the early career researchers. And I hope to do the good work should you give me the opportunity. Yeah, it's a great resource. It's a great resource for early career researchers. And I hope it climbs new heights in coming years. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Shalini. Okay, so then for the peer review guidelines or the peer review toolkit and the new guidelines, we have Serge and Baha and Jadranka here. So Serge, would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thanks for this. And I just want to echo Duncan's words on the number of great initiatives that we have here, and really been great to be among this list of very inspiring initiatives. Yeah, it's been great to work on this together with the rest of the team. Mario is not here to join us, time zone differences, but he's been a driving force as a chair of our peer review committee. Driving there he is, Mario. Thanks for joining. Just saying that you've been a driving force behind this, both writing and creating the toolkit, as well as engaging with the rest of the community to provide input and feedback on that. So I'm great to see that being appreciated through the awards. Thanks for that.
Thank you. Thank you, Serge. Mario, do you want to say a few words?
Yes, thank you. I'm sorry for being late. I think the most difficult thing always with working with this is the time zones. It is 6 a.m. here now in the United States, so apologies for being a minute late. Mary was very kind to give me half an hour extra of sleep, so I'm jumping in last minute. When it comes to the toolkit, it was really, I think the EASE is all about the community, and it's all about editors and people working for journals who want to help them things. And I was surprised when I started to be an editor of my journal 5 years ago that there's actually very little free available resources for something that we do every day, and putting things into words is not always easiest. So I would just like to thank, of course, my community, but I would definitely like to thank Mary. I think Mary is the main force because behind many of the things that we do here at EASE, and if it wasn't for her and sort of, I think she keeps us all in check. So thank you all.
Thank you. Okay, so there's your Best Initiative Award. So Haseeb, thank you very much for introducing that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now let us hear from Duncan. He will be presenting community contributor. Duncan, floor is yours. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yes, I will. Let me put my video back on. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, so community contributor. This award is for a member who's been particularly active in participating in EASE activities, contributing to them, developing them, initiating them during the award year 2024. Again, as with other awards, council members are excluded from the nominees of this, and yet we still have five nominees for a community contributor, and they are Shalini Garg, Editor-in-Chief of Lancet Regional Health, for her work on the writing or research paper project, we should call it, that that you just heard about in the last section of awards, presenting the webinar on structuring your manuscript, tips from an editor, which really gave a kind of enhanced sort of multimedia experience to go with the main document, which is part of what made that project so successful. And she's also been contributing to the Ease India writing retreat, which was exceptionally popular, really well received. So thank you very much for Shalini for all of your work over the past year. Our next community contributor is Roohi Ghosh, Ambassador for Researcher Success at Cactus Communications. Roohi was winner of last year's Rising Star Award, and she's continued to contribute significantly to the association. She's been a member of our Environment and Sustainability Committee and our Membership Committee, working on the initiatives including the career kind of path through Ease that we saw in the previous nominations as well. She's been co-chair of the Ease India leadership team. She also has participated in the Ease India writing retreats that have been really well received. She's been part of the team that have been scoping out the contents of the author learning hub. And she's leading the partnership with Ease and Editage to run the webinar envisaging a hybrid model of peer review, developing AI with peer review reviewers and journals. Our next nominee for community contributor is Madeleine McCullen. She's an editor manager for EPPO in France, and she has been behind the scenes providing content for the reading lists of the members newsletter that you receive each month, and she also sponsors attendance of the Editorial School for Journal Editors course for some of our participants in that course in April. So you will be able to see Madeleine's work every month in the newsletter. If you read that, all the more reason to read through those newsletters. Our next nominee is Mario Milichki, Editor-in-Chief of the RIPR Journal at Stanford. Thank you very much for your being here, joining us at the crack of dawn, Mario. He's nominated for his work for Ease, which, as you just heard, includes chairing the peer review committee and the huge amount of work that they've been doing, developing and overseeing various guidelines and the organization of peer review events, conference sessions, that we have had over the past year, advocating for Ease on social media, so a regular poster through our own channels, as well as promoting the work of Ease on his own personal accounts, which I encourage you all to do as much as possible. And he's also on the editorial advisory board for European Science Editing, our journal. And our final nominee or nominees, dual nominees for this category, are Natalia Basiluk and Taras Kotiak, senior researcher at the Institute of Higher Education of NAES and editor of the Galician Medical Journal, both in Ukraine. Natalia and Taras are nominated for their contributions and help with public debate and editors' policies through the Ukrainian chapter, one of our most active, engaged chapters from our series of regional chapters. So they are the nominees for the category. I'm very pleased to award the prize to Mario Milichki, the winner by popular vote of our Community Contributor Award for 2024. Congratulations, Mario. would you like to say a few words? Perhaps it's still too early to get on
thank
camera.
you, Duncan. I feel sort of very blessed and honored. Also, this feels like I'm on a Grammys or an Oscars, with 5 nominees. I feel very humbled. So I'd like to thank everyone here, but also I think we've tried a few initiatives this year, including for the first time, I think ever, and that's what I'm most proud of, actively looking for researchers among our own group to help us with the research project that we're doing currently, and that is transparency in peer review. So we all sent a survey, and you all received it on your emails. So please, 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 those of you who are online today and haven't yet filled it out, please help us to fill this out. The only way we show strength is our communities that we do this. This is a less than 5-minute survey, and it should be in your email because I made sure that we sent it yesterday, so it's day in. So this is sort of a little double work on our part. The second thing is we're trying to engage you during the forums and during our toolkits to both provide feedback on every draft that we produce, and also to sort of just reach out to us at any time. Every year we update the ease, every web page on the toolkit. So anytime you have anything to say, please do reach out. I think the only way we show our strength, especially sometimes, when we think that the world is maybe not the best, is by doing things together and sharing our experiences. So thank you again.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mario. Yeah, huge amount of work and attention to detail that's gone into all of those peer review toolkit pages. And something for us to do over the course of the next year is to really make the most of all of those pages and really kind of amplify and promote all of the details from those. There's a lot of a huge amount of work that we can do with all of that material that you have provided for the community. So yeah, thanks again. And with that, I shall hand over to Roohi Ghosh for our next category of awards.
Thanks, Duncan. Hi, everyone. I'm going to be presenting the nominees and the winner for one of my favorite award categories, which is the Rising Star. This is awarded to a member who has joined during the award period and has quickly become involved in contributing to community initiatives in ease. And there are 3 nominees. First is Serge Horbach. He's the assistant professor at Radboud University in the Netherlands. Serge is nominated for his work on the EASE Peer Review Committee, in particular being the lead author of the new guideline, the recommendations on the use of AI in scholarly communication. The second nominee for this category is Mirko Spiroski. He's the director for Scientific Foundation Spiroski, the editor-in-chief of Open Access Macedonian Journal of Medical Sciences, North Macedonia. Mirko is nominated for his support of EASE, which includes creating the EASE Macedonian chapter, encouraging over 50 people into membership, and organizing 2 Macedonian chapter events. Third nominee for this category is Murugaraj Shanmugan. He's the founder director of Tholga Publishing Services Private Limited. Murugaraj is nominated for his support of EASE India with 2 events in the summer. The first is the EASE India webinar on analyzing an academic manuscript. And the second is the EASE India webinar on understanding the academic publishing workflow. And the winner is Mirko Spiroski. So congratulations, Mirko. Would you like to say something?
Yes. Dear colleagues, thank you very much for your support and your voting for Rising Star for the previous year. I have been doing academic publishing in my country for a long period of time, started from 1980s till now, And in my country, the main problems were and still are collective efforts for permanent increase in the quality of the academic publications and international networking. My intention with the creation of Macedonian chapter was to facilitate these aspects. By establishing a regional chapter, we intended to strengthen cooperation between the scientific editors from our country, to convey the key values of the European Association of Science Editors in the daily work of scientific journals in our country, to apply standards in identifiers in scholarly publishing and increase inclusion and indexation of Macedonian scientific journals in databases such Web of Science, Scopus, Directory of Open Access Journals, Ciendo, EBSCO, and so on. From the very beginning of the creation of the Macedonian chapter, we were maximally supported by Secretary Mary Hodgson, to whom I am very grateful. During the creation of the Macedonian chapter, I was supported by many colleagues. I would like to thank Professor Jadranka Stojanovski and Professor Katarina Botic from the Croatian chapter for their continuous support. Also, I would like to thank Professor Vladimir Trajkovski, Professor Valentina Gečevska, Sonja Filipovska, Dr. Jovan Jonovski, Professor Nikola Stikov, and Ivo Spirovski for their participation in the webinars. Special thanks go to Professor Lijana Koleva-Gudeva, President of the Commission for Publishing from the Goce Delchev University in Štip, for her efforts to mobilize members and to include them in the regular activities. Recently, we started to create Macedonian Association for Scientific Communication, and would like to thank Iva Grabarić-Andonovski, Chair of the Croatian chapter, for the support. I hope we will be more effective this year and start to realize our goals, especially education and networking locally in Macedonia. Thank you very much again to all voters for my nomination and to my colleagues' support for my work in the previous year. Thank you.
Thank you, Mirko, and congratulations once again to you and the entire team. I think over to Cem now for taking this ahead.
Thank you, Roohi. Mary, do we have time for the long service?
Yes, I think we do, Cem. Yes. So shall I take it from here?
Please.
Okay, so just to let you all know, that last year for the first time we introduced the concept of membership milestone awards. This is to sort of recognize people who have been in continuous membership over a long period. So we have since 2020, 5 years, since 2015, 10 years, since 2010, 15 years, and then since... Oh, hang on. I think Mirko is saying something, perhaps to somebody outside. Perhaps Duncan could stop his mic. Okay, so let me just show you very quickly. So the long service awards that we're presenting this year for the period 2024 is our 5-year awards. There's just a list of people there. There's 31 people to 5 years. There's in the 10 years of continuous membership, there's these few people here, including Ksenija and Orve, who work on the journal, and Michael, who has his picture here, Sarah Webb and John as well. And then in our 15 years of continuous membership, we have Morgan Lyons from our CompuScript group, Alan Hopkins, Catherine Hagmar, Karen Wilson, Ines Steffens, who of course has been our vice president in previous years, Marjolaine Hamlin, who is involved with our INRAE group in France. So many congratulations to them. And this year, our only person in membership that's achieved 20 years in this year, 2024, is Christine Muller. So I'm hoping that we will see Christine at the conference because we'll be in her neck of the woods. So many congratulations to all of you. You'll have your certificates on your email before too much longer. And it's lovely to have your support for such a long period of service. And we very much appreciate that. So over to you again, Cem.
Thank you, Mary. Now I will introduce the PAU Award winner, Duncan Nicholas. This award is for outstanding contributions and dedication to the success of EASE over a period of many years. Duncan joined EASE in 2012, attended many conferences, Split 2014, Strasbourg 2016, Bucharest 2018, online 2020 and 2021, Valencia 2022, and Istanbul 2023. Elected to Council in 2015, was a key part of the strategy group in 2016 alongside Pippa Smart and took on the role of web editor. During this period, he created our toolkits and developed the content of our website with new resources and publications, and managed the bookshelf blog, writing regular EASE and industry news articles, European Science Editing Journal author interviews, among other content. In 2018, Duncan took charge of the EASE social media platforms and became vice president in Bucharest. In 2020, at the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, he worked alongside Pippa to transition the journal to a diamond open access and delivered our first online conference. In late 2020, Duncan launched a comprehensive review of the business and the operational model of EASE, which included the redesign of the EASE brand, a hugely expanded website, and back-office system to support it. In 2021, he became acting president, continued to transform and develop EASE communications with all its stakeholders, rapidly growing our social media presence for the association and the journal. Duncan has delivered a number of workshops and courses for EASE in the United Kingdom and around Europe, created and launched our regular webinar series, for which he regularly hosts guest speakers and presents the occasional sessions himself. During this time, he continued to work on updating our publications, both the content and to ensure they were all presented in the new brand style. All of the imagery you see in all our communications with you are created by Duncan. In 2023, Duncan became past president, retaining his responsibilities as a director and member of the finance committee. Duncan serves on many committees, including the editorial board of the journal, program and organizational committees of our conferences, publications and events, membership and communication. This awards scheme was Duncan's brainchild. In short, if you want something done at EASE, Duncan has been the go-to man. His knowledge of the workings of the association and his vision for its growth are truly astonishing. I hope this will continue for many years, Duncan. The Council wants to recognize you for your Herculean effort over the last 5 years in particular. Well deserved. Duncan, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Cem. I didn't have my camera on for all of that to hide my blushes. Thank you very much, everyone, for all your comments in the chat, and Cem and all of Council for this award. Thank you very much. It's genuinely very unexpected. I feel I've got so much left to do, unfinished things, projects that we've started that are in kind of limbo, not complete, as there's so much left to do. It feels too soon to receive an award. But thank you very much. Yeah, the last 12 13, however many years. I guess not unbroken. I don't know. Where's my Milestone Award? Maybe I skipped a year of membership somewhere. Yeah, it's been great. Met so many amazing people through EASE. It's certainly a part of my whole career, and I very strongly advocate for anyone to become part of EASE and have it as part of their career and experience of research publishing in every aspect. It will, yeah. I don't know how to leave. That's the important. That's the real important thing is I don't know how to extricate myself, even if I wanted to. So yeah, all the unfinished things that I have, I'm sure I'll try to finish some of them and see how many more colleagues and friends I can make along the way in the next 10, 20, however many years. So you've certainly heard enough about me. So I shall hand back to Cem for some final words.
Many thanks.
I look forward to meeting everyone in Oslo in a couple of months. A few very short months, no doubt, for the organising committee.
Cem, just let me say a few words there just to explain. So Duncan does indeed have a long service award, but not this year. So so we last year we awarded for the first time, so everybody had a kind of award as however many years you have served, but then going forward we plan to do it in 5-year blocks. So I think Duncan, you joined in 2012, so you will have your big award when you reach your 20 years or your 15 years, but I think you're past that, so we should be fine. So yeah, we were very much looking forward to seeing Duncan in Oslo. He is going to be doing a journal editors workshop for us on the day before on the 13th of May. So those booking forms will be coming out to you in the next week or so when we have the registration for the conference open as well. So a very many thanks from me to Duncan, who really has been my right-hand man during all this time that I've been with EASE. So great congratulations and a well-deserved award. Thank you, Cem.
Thank you, Mary. And thank you, Duncan, again. Now we are coming to the end of the event. Many thanks to everyone attending the EASE Awards event. We hope to see you at an EASE event soon, especially at the 18th EASE General Assembly and Hybrid Conference, which will be held in Oslo, Norway, between 14 and 16 May 2025, under the theme Editing in the Age of Misinformation. Also, it was the idea of Duncan. We have almost completed an exciting scientific and social program for you. Registration is expected to open on 17 February, so look out for an email from Mary about that. Please complete our short survey about your likely attendance, which you will see at the chat now, the link. We will run our scientific poster exhibition and competition in parallel with the conference as usual this year. The call for abstracts is already open, and this year we have introduced some new categories: scientific posters, scholarly publishing process and innovation posters, community engagement and collaboration posters. We would welcome abstracts from the whole community, so please share the call with your colleagues. Jason Roberts recently ran an excellent workshop to help people prepare their posters. You can view the recording on your YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel. Also, I would like to remind you that our last year's winner of the Best Initiative Award, EASE Editorial School for Journal Editors, modules 1 to 4, is starting in March, and the modules 5 to 8 is starting in October 2025. Once again, thank you and goodbye.